enjoy again another intimate episode of Hate with the lovely super guest star Carla from Burnt Corn, Alabama.
Well, thank you, sir.
And we are sponsored by Regal Prints for all your advertising and signage needs here in the Midlands, Columbia, South Carolina. Go to regalprints.com. You want to start us off today, Carla?
I can. I confess that as a journalist, and I use that term loosely, I do watch my share of cable news, and they have a tendency to get stuck on some phrases that seem to pop up on a regular basis. And I think the one that I really hate the most is, look, at the end of the day.
Oh, at the end of the day. Oh, my God.
Okay. Yes. Isn't every day the end of the day?
Listen, it's a phrase used by people who don't know how to. It's kind of like the word fuck, right? It's filler. For people who haven't bothered to learn more than 15 words in their life, the F-bomb becomes adjective, noun, verb, just filler for, emphasis. But at the end of the day is also it's idiot filler for people who haven't bothered to learn how to conclude any thought, argument, discussion, conversation. At the end of the day, right. I mean, by the way, whatever truth you're about to expound also applies to the beginning of the day.
This is true.
It's not like when the sun sets, whatever truth you have to share is that's it. Go home, wrap it up. Apocalypse, please.
I've actually sat and counted it one night when I was so bored at what they were talking about that at the end of the day, they said it more than a dozen times.
The head of the South Carolina Democratic Party, I know we don't do politics and religion. That's not what this is. It's just who he happens to be. He concludes every conversation or every sub-conversation with "at the end of the day." So I thought I would ruin his life forever by telling him this.
You told him?
I'm like, are you aware of the fact that you say "at the end of the day" at least 50 times in every conversation, and that you don't know how to conclude anything with any kind of discussion with anything other than "at the end of the day"? I said, and frankly, I want you to be aware of that. Every time you say that, the rest of your life, you sound like a blithering idiot.
And he'll think of you.
30 seconds later, he was like, well, at the end of the day, the look on his face, I was like, gotcha.
Yep.
I couldn't agree. At the end of the day, I couldn't agree with you more.
And the other word that they love after every tragedy, which I call predictable, is horrific. Horrific. Right. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not preventable. It's horrific. Right. Is that horribly terrific? What is that word?
Yeah, it's horrific. Listen, today's TV media news heads really do only know 35 words or so. People criticize Trump for having a low vocabulary. In general, though, most media figures, they're unspeakably uninformed, illiterate. They have the vocab of I'd like to think of vocabulary as, Crayola has several types of crayon boxes. Mm-hmm. You can get the eight crayon box, which has your standard, red, orange, yellow, blue, black, white. Or you can get the 128 crayon box with the eraser built in. To me, that's language. Well, eight will get you by. You can order a Brazier burger at the Dairy Queen with an eight crayon box.
That's true.
But don't stop there. Go take the time. Get the 128 box. I mean, add mauve to your palette. Guacamole green. I mean, there's so much more out there in this world than just eight crayons. Go get the 128 in the built-in eraser. That's all I got to say. But it used to be. So when I worked at CNN ages and ages ago, You know, they used to have magazine stories all the time. You know, it wasn't just talking. Today, it's just talking heads, talking about today's horrific events. And there's really no news. It's just mashing grapes. It's just squashing grapes. It's all they do. There are no more news stories. Nobody goes out and actually does an actual television journalism story.
It's true.
Like
Their
Jenny
press conferences.
Yeah, Jenny Moose was the master for CNN. She used to do these very witty magazine stories in New York. You know, these are like 5 to 6 minute stories with an actual point. They weren't just talking heads. I mean, do we honestly need to see Bakari Sellers and Anderson Cooper or, you know, Sanjay Gupta ever again? You know, it's just this. It's not just the same. It's not just recycled news on a 24-hour basis. It's recycled language. They have nothing to contribute other than the same 15 words every day. So listen, there are a lot of trite phrases floating out there, but at the end of the day, I agree with you completely.
I hate that.
Well, you know, what can I say? It's a horrific world. All right. I think, you know, sometimes once in a while we do a question.
Okay.
I had so many questions, possible questions today. I'm going to have to ask you to pick a number 1 to 5.
4.
4. All right. All right. I think my list today is going to be several variations of the same theme on the question. All right. If you had to put one computer program or app on the Hate Napkin and it would just obliterate it, make it go away forever, one app or computer program, what would it be?
If I could delete an app?
Yeah, by putting it on the Hate Napkin, it vanishes from history altogether.
I don't know that it's an app, but the thing that whoever came up with emojis, we used to be able to just have conversations without putting 27 emojis in the middle of, I can't tell you how many text messages I get a day from grown-ass people who use emojis in every conversation. And it's like, okay, I don't even know what that means. Dog, you know, pile of poop, American flag, crap. You know, it's like, I don't, what are you trying to say here? You know,
this is horrific.
It is.
But I think this ties in directly to our last conversation in terms of, you know, there are so few words left being used by anybody that we're slowly reducing the language to hieroglyphics.
Yeah, but one of the things on my Hate Napkin go right into that, so I don't want to jump in there yet.
Okay. Well, I've got one.
Okay.
And I use the F-bomb only with pure abomination and spite. I fucking hate Skype. I fucking hate any program that thinks when I turn on my computer, this program should automatically turn on.
Turn off?
No, on. Anytime I turn on any computer, whether it's my laptop, my tablet, my PC, there's Skype. Skype just automatically opens. The creators of Skype assume that the whole reason that I'm turning on this computer today is to make a Skype call. So it automatically turns on, and it slows the whole process of booting down. And I got to go in and turn it on. I didn't want you there in the first place. Guess what, Skype? If I wanted you, I'd double click you and there you would be. You have no right to just show up. You're an uninvited guest. Same with Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams does the same thing. Listen, I know I've got Windows. You know, I've spent my money, Bill, on your product. Why the hell do you think I want Microsoft Teams to just show up? You know, Teams and Skype show up. They didn't bring a casserole. They didn't bring a bottle of wine.
I hate Teams.
Yeah. They walk right in the front door. They don't have anything to give. They're just saying me, and I don't want anything to do with either of them. Just get off my fucking. By the way, you tried deleting Skype off your computer. It will sneak in the back door. It will, it will climb through an HVAC system. It will do whatever it can do to get back in. It will be there.
I'm opposed to anything trying to sneak in through the back door.
Right. What you're up next? What you got?
People who use internet shorthand, and I have to go to the Urban Dictionary to look up to try and figure out what they mean. IKR?
Right. WTF?
Or
WTF?
people my age who end a discussion with hashtag third world problems. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. Do you even have a Twitter account? Do you twat? Or are you just one? Huh?
There's so many twats floating around out there.
Oh, man. I'm like, hashtag, and don't talk to me in hashtags.
Hashtag fuck you.
That's kind of it. But my real gripe as of late is like, I go to the gas station and I just want to go in and pay for my gas.
Right.
And I inevitably end up behind the guy with a stack of Lotto tickets this thick.
Oh my God.
And he
getting behind Lotto Man.
Getting behind Lotto Man. And he wants the cashier to scan every one of those tickets.
Right.
He ends up with like $6 in winners. And then we have 10 more minutes of him trying to figure out how, he's going to be on the next episode of, Lifestyles of the Stupid and Famous. When he wins the big, I don't know, $20.
$20.
I don't know. But it's like, I just want to pay for my damn gas. Can you like move this along?
What's even worse is if he scratches off the first one and wins $20, and then he gets $20 more. He gets $20 worth.
That's the bastard I'm always behind.
He immediately wins $20, and now you're stuck with him getting $20 more worth of Lotto. Or he picks his numbers right in front of you. Or he does Lotto and he picks the numbers.
Yes.
Right in front of you.
Right in front of me. Yeah.
Like he didn't bother going to the little diaper changing station they have off to the side for like doing your Lotto stuff. I mean, come on. No. Yeah, you know what? Getting behind Lotto guy at the gas station has got to be, that's like a top 5. That's up there with webinar. That really is. I like that. Okay, we're going to do another question. Let's see, you did number 4, so you still got pick number 1, 2, 3, or 5.
1.
Okay. This is a tough one. And I still don't have my answer, so I'm just in the same spot you are. If you were forced to put an animal, not a bug, can't be a bug, can't be anything creepy crawly, can't be some sort of terrestrial or seafaring animal of distinction. If you had to put an animal on the hate list and it immediately put it in endangered state, if not extinct altogether, what animal are you going to throw out there? What animal does not deserve its place on Earth?
Easy, Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Okay, so I hadn't even considered mythological animals, and really, you're playing that game very well, Carla, because no harm, no foul. You've offended no animal rights groups.
Well, I'm a giver.
And here I spent like the better part of today going, oh my God, if there was one animal, how could I get rid of any of them? I love them all so much.
And I took the chicken shit way out.
I know, the Chupacabra, yes. The world does not need any more Chupacabras. There's no doubt about that. Or chimichangas for that matter. But I'm going to go with one that I don't think will be popular, but I don't think many answers would be popular if you go with real animals. I mean, who's going to get rid of kangaroos or things like that?
Monster.
I'm sick of monkeys. Yeah, I know. I think this is the vast majority, not all monkeys, but most of them. I think most monkeys can just go away. Number one, they didn't make the evolutionary cut. I mean, okay, some of them have prehensile tails. Maybe we'll keep those because that's pretty interesting. If your tail is a big finger, I kind of like that. The wraparound tail, that's got a utility to it. But for the most part, monkeys are just they're annoying.
Are you including chimps? Are you including chimps and gorillas?
No, I'm not including the apes. Apes are tailless, right? So the difference between an ape and a monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, the gorillas can stay, chimps can stay, bonobos can stay, orangutans can stay. Okay. I think there's a whole lot of monkeys that just need to go. They're not doing much of good. There's the monkey grinders kind of seen better. They're sort of bygone past. I mean, what
have you been? Tell me, have you been out in the world lately? Monkeys serve a very good function. They taught Americans how to fling their own poop.
Well, now that we've mastered that, frankly, at the end of the day.
Shut up.
I know it's not popular, but I gotta face the fact that if you're gonna go with a real animal, most animals aren't gonna be like. Most people don't want to eradicate any one animal from the planet. But I think, frankly, we've got. Now let's just do this. Let's just get rid of half of the monkeys. There'll still be lots of monkeys, but I don't think we don't need at least half of the monkeys that we have.
Okay, but we have to line them up, and you have to pick the ones that are going to die.
So that's like Jane Goodall's choice. Yeah, I can do that. I think I could do that. All right, you got another one? I think we got one more.
Overstuck price tags.
Overstuck price tags.
Overstuck price. Have you ever tried to peel a tag or one of those barcode tags off of something, and you can't get that sumbitch off?
Right.
And then you sit for an hour scraping, and then you've got all this glue all over you. You've got this mess on the bottom, whatever it is you're trying to take it off of. I have a gallon of Goo Gone.
Goo Gone. I was gonna say, in your fingers, they're all oily from Goo Gone, and then you like wipe it in your forehead, and all of a sudden you've got acne everywhere. And all because somebody was too cheap and bought a sticker that couldn't be easily removed.
I hate them.
Yeah. These are terrible people. These are horrible people that, listen, I don't want your price tag. Number one, especially if it's for a gift. There's some things I could live with the price tag being on my house and I'll be fine. But if I'm giving it to somebody, I have to get rid of the price tag.
Well, it's one thing if it's a price tag, but it's another thing when you get those stickers with the barcode.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean a price
that
tag,
say made in China.
Right.
The scanning ones are the ones that are so bad.
I would have really hate. I guess I hate that communist adhesive.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what I think it is, and I think this is part of a bigger plot and agenda that we just. This is like the Illuminati thing with the lampshades. I think communist China is targeting us directly with price stickers that won't come off products. You've wasted yet another perfectly good 26 minutes of your life listening to Carla from Burnt Corn and your host today, Eric Bjorn, on the Hate Napkin season 13 episode, season 1 episode 13. There were lots of things we hated today. We hated, at the end of the day, we hated horrific and other stupid news jargon on media. We hate getting gas behind Lotto guy. That's a top fiver. You were really bringing. I mean, you brought it. That was a grand slam. That was a hate.
I had to bring my A game.
We, if there was anything any app you had to get rid of, we decided it would be Microsoft Teams and Skype, and we don't like emojis either. If we had to get rid of one,
and hashtags.
Hashtags. If we had to get rid of one animal, it would be Chupacabra and monkeys. And we can't stand the communist plot to destroy us all with price stickers that can't be removed from products.
This is true.
So this is We want to again thank our sponsor, Regal Prints at regalprints.com, supplying all your advertising and signage needs in Columbia and the Midlands of South Carolina. But if you're contacting us from, say, Cape Town, South Africa, you're probably shit out of luck. But we like Jerry and the gang over there. If you want to contact us with the things you hate, please send us an email at info@thehatenapkin.com. Join us again next week, ladies and gentlemen, for season 1, episode 14, as we plow down the annals of hate.